Hi, so for my PowerPoint presentation, I'm going to be reviewing documentary number 2 that I did, How Coronavirus is Changing the World, and my name is Juliet Hurtado. Alrighty, so for starters, here's some background on the coronavirus. It first came to be in December 2019 in Wuhan, China. Some at the time believed it was created in a lab, and others believed it came from a livestock market in Wuhan, China. It is also a form of the SARS virus and can be spread through respiratory droplets. SARS is also known as severe acute respiratory syndrome, and this can lead to bronchitis or pneumonia if not treated properly. Symptoms of COVID can be, but are not limited to, cough, fever, loss of smell, and shortness of breath. In February 2020, it was on the radar globally following Chinese New Year as people from China were traveling back home to their home countries. And that is when the virus started spreading globally into other countries. It hit Europe first, and then around March, it had reached the United States as well. Another point that was brought up was how different countries reacted towards the pandemic. In Taiwan, those who had traveled had to self-quarantine for 2 weeks in order to be cleared. They had a community leader go door to door to those people every day to make sure they were okay, to make sure that they had no symptoms, and they also had their trash disposed of properly, and they had food delivered to them in a sanitary manner. Most countries had a travel ban to decrease the spread of COVID, and they saw their cases decrease as well. And here in the United States, Trump did not properly shut down the country. Therefore, the coronavirus has spread and has not decreased. The next point is how countries are handling the virus in present day. As of November 2020, some countries have close to eliminated the virus, countries such as China and Taiwan. Some African countries still have a good number of cases due to not being able to shut down properly due to the community fighting back. The United States continues to have record-breaking cases daily. As of November 13, 2020, there were 181,196 new reported cases in the United States. There are over 11.1 million cases and over 246 deaths in the United States from COVID. The United States still has not fully shut down and goes state by state on how they will handle the coronavirus. Here's a larger context of global issues brought on by coronavirus. So for starters, healthcare access. Not everyone has health insurance, which complicates issues if they contract COVID-19 and need medical attention. And at the beginning, testing sites were not abundant, and that caused a lot of cases to go awry and spread. Another issue is pandemic response. China, Taiwan, Australia, etc., they shut down when they needed to, and they have seen improvements in modern day. The United States has sent one stimulus check and has not shut down and continues to put lives at risk every day. Political interference is another issue. China has offered to help other countries, and Trump has refused to accept it. Therefore, the United States is still suffering. The vaccine has also become a political fight of who can create the vaccine first to have political power. Food insecurity is also an issue. When lockdown first happened in the United States, people handled it poorly and stockpiled food, which left less food for others. Another issue is housing insecurity, such as in the United States. There is no rent relief, and with no jobs available, people are being evicted because they cannot pay for their rent. Another issue is unemployment. Since we are now in December and not everything is open, people are losing jobs due to businesses shutting down or contracting COVID-19. Some key takeaways from the documentary: coronavirus is killing thousands of people and will continue to kill more if not handled properly. It is spread through respiratory droplets. People need to continue to wear masks and social distance. Taiwan, China, and other countries are slowly getting back to their pre-COVID world of events, parties, etc. And the United States has handled this situation poorly. Some questions for you. What should the United States have done for the pandemic to have not reached where it has now? How has access to healthcare affected the population globally during the pandemic? And how should politics be handled when it comes to global issues like the pandemic? My resources are the DW documentary on YouTube, How Coronavirus is Changing the World.